The covenant was secure in Abraham, preserved in Isaac, and personalized in Jacob. But to become a nation, Israel had to leave the promised land and be forged in the fire of affliction. God needed a man prepared to rule in a foreign court. He found that man in Joseph, a spoiled, dreaming boy whose primary challenge was not external enemies, but the jealousy of his own brothers. The path to Egypt was paved by betrayal and injustice that saved the world, the poison of favoritism. Jacob had 12 sons, but his heart belonged almost entirely to Joseph, the child of his old age, and his beloved Rachel. The symbol of this blatant favoritism was the magnificent garment Jacob gifted him, the coat of many colors. Joseph, young and perhaps naive, was not only favored, but was also blessed with prophetic dreams. He had the unfortunate tendency to share them. One morning, Joseph stood before his 10 older brothers, who were already simmering with resentment after a long day of tending the flocks. "Brothers, listen to this dream I have had," Joseph announced brightly. "I saw that we were binding sheaves in the field, and suddenly my sheaf arose and stood upright, and your sheaves gathered round and made obeisance to my sheaf." A heavy silence descended. Reuben, the eldest, clenched his jaw. Simeon spat on the ground. "Dost thou indeed think to reign over us? Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us?" Judah asked, his voice low with menace. Hate burns fiercely in the hearts of the slighted. The dreams solidified their conclusion. Joseph was an arrogant, privileged menace whose downfall they secretly longed for. The road to Dothan. Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers, who were pasturing their flocks near Shechem, and later moved to Dothan. Joseph set out, wearing the hated coat of bright, moving target against the dusty hills. The brothers saw him coming from afar. "Behold, the master of dreams cometh," scoffed Zebulun, his voice dripping with malice. The conspiracy was immediate. They would kill him, dispose of his body, and tell their father a wild beast devoured him. And they said one to another, "Behold, this dreamer cometh. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him, and cast him into some pit, and we will say, Some evil beast hath devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams." Reuben, the oldest though flawed, had a shred of decency. He intervened, persuading them to throw Joseph into an empty pit alive, intending to secretly rescue him later. When Joseph finally reached them, tired and hot, the brothers seized him. The coat of many colors, the symbol of their hatred, was violently ripped from his back. They threw the weeping, pleading boy into the dry cistern. Joseph cried out from the darkness, his voice echoing, begging for mercy, but the brothers sat down nearby to eat bread, the sound of his distress entirely ignored. The price of blood. As they ate, they saw a caravan of Ishmaelites coming from Gilead, their camels laden with spices and balm, heading for Egypt. Judah, ever the opportunist, realized they could profit from their wickedness while avoiding the stain of murder. "What profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood?" Judah argued. "Come, and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him. For he is our brother and our flesh." The idea was quickly accepted. They dragged Joseph out of the deep, suffocating pit, bound his hands, and sold the boy, the child of the promise, the one who dreamed of ruling them, for 20 pieces of silver. They dipped the beautiful coat in the blood of a goat and brought it back to Jacob. Jacob's grief was immediate and devastating. He tore his clothes and refused all comfort, believing the deception. He mourned Joseph for many days, unaware that his son was not dead, but merely taking the long, painful road to the throne of Egypt. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. And they took Joseph's coat, and killed a kid of the goats, and dipped the coat in the blood. And the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, and captain of the guard.